like Attila the Hun. I came here to conquer. Lanes bring the beef, I tell them no donker. They wanna play games, I shock them like Blanca. They still rudimentary, I'm tough like Tonka. And let me get this off my chest. I'm hearing going nowhere, so haters take a rest. Ain't nothing handed, just working hard, sweating. You can take that to the bank. I know I did bet.
Welcome to episode 18 of Eye of the Storm. I, of course, am your host, Tempestt. Please be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new and like the content, be sure to leave a sub and hit the notification bell to know when the next video goes up. It really does help the channel out. Also, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, do feel free to give those a look as well. I've started a playlist for ease of access, as you guys know, and I also do, my own content, montages, and other things of the like. And of course, there's the Mind Over Mix-Up channel as well that I help out with. With that out of the way, though, let's get started. Well, what have we here with this situation? New releases, confusion, and still no kind of confidence in the next-gen releases due to the lack of the consoles. People have been saying they're losing pre-orders, and frankly, most people are afraid they won't get their new toys on time. Look kids, I'm sorry if you were expecting a shiny new Xbox Series X or S or a PS5, it just may not happen when you want it. However, you do get Steve and a few other characters from Minecraft in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's right, it's not a troll, even if it may feel like one since it's been a meme for such a long time. It was just a trailer for now, but we'll be getting the full details on Saturday. I predict that the character might be released within a week. Don't quote me on it, but I do feel like Tuesday or Wednesday will be the blocky drop. No Tetris puns intended. In terms of graphics, they definitely have the look, and the hardest part, according to Masahiro Sakurai, is the blocks and all that stuff with building. However, it seemed like he wasn't very much all that excited really to reveal this character. Now, that could be speculation on my part and the part of many, but his introduction did seem a bit lackluster compared to others. We'll find out exactly what Steve and company are about soon though. This counts for the second release in Fighter Pack 2 of this iteration of Smash, which leaves 4 more slots. Steve joins Min Min from ARMS. Now, who do you think will be next? Who do you want to be next? Memes aside, of course. And much like the current Street Fighter V season, we've got a good year before everything is revealed, so expect us to be sticking with the same thing for a while. Hopefully we get some quality of life changes for the game though. Now speaking of Street Fighter V, the consensus on Dan is still in the air. I got things from both sides, but he does look interesting. Again, the real question is whether or not he's legit going to be a character or if he's just not really going to be viable again, just really a joke. I'm personally, I don't know, we'll see. But me, I'm excited for Rose and Akira, so I've got a while to wait. But what about the rest of you? When things finally get going, it'll definitely be exciting to see what the changes and improvements Capcom makes are, and trust me, I doubt rollback's gonna happen, but we should at least get some sort of improvements on netcode, at least hope so. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. Some other type of mechanic changes maybe? Time will tell. Just gotta be patient. In other news, Genshin Impact released a few days ago, and the game seems to be getting some decent traction. Being free to play doesn't hurt, but the game is fun. Now, while I don't like to always make comparisons, it does give you a bit of a Breath of the Wild feeling. However, you do need to get a bit of solo work before you can hit the multiplayer. I'll let you know whenever I get there. Things have been a little slow on the single player side for me. Also, Rivals of Aether, another platform fighter. A lot of people like to compare it to Smash, but it is its own thing, and a lot of platform fighters really are. But it's getting a lot of buzz, especially lately. It's got rollback and a bit of a different style, but I suggest you go check it out for yourself to see if it suits you. Speaking of Rivals, there's actually been a bit of a word going around that Minecraft Steve bears some resemblance to stuff from Rivals. Now, for my Rivals players out there, what do you think? It's been quite some time since I played it myself, but I do see a little bit of what's being talked about. Actually, another game I was interested in, but I've surprisingly heard little about was 13 Sentinels. Now, while your humble host does love games, he's definitely limited in resources. So I hope to at least get it, or maybe find some way to get to it soonish. I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, we'll be looking forward to that, hopefully. Now, I'd also like to give a special shout out to the homie NG Obscure of BDG or Brutal Democracy Gaming if you're not aware of that company and that team, for his recent Tekken World Tour victory. Obscure had taken a bit of a break from playing Tekken 7, at least seriously, but he definitely returned triumphantly with an extremely impressive victory. Looking forward to see what else he brings to the table, especially in upcoming performances, and that actually goes for all of the active Tekken community. I love Tekken in case you haven't figured it out. So, that was a bit of news, but let's just touch on a quick subject before we go. And since we're talking about tournaments and whatnot, a common question that people seem to ask is, what do I do to prepare for tournaments, or how do I know if and when I'm ready? The most simple answer I can give you is if you've never been to a tournament, you'll never be ready for your first tournament. Now that might seem like a pretty bleak answer, but hear me out. Tournaments have a lot of different factors going in, actually being at them. See, it depends on your region, your venue, the size of the tournament, your actual community, and your TO and staff. Not to mention, nowadays, you have to consider the type of tournament you're entering too. In general, there's just too many factors to be ready for, and you may never feel ready if you worry too much about how prepared you are. It's your first tournament. Just go in and play the best you can. Now, as far as the preparation aspects, you know, in detail, look, if it's your first, just bring your A game and learn. If it's not, then you can definitely think a little, but at this point, most likely if you're asking this question still, you're very new to tournaments. You may have maybe done a GameStop tournament, or maybe something like super local, like a house tournament, or maybe even a small online tournament. But, you know, I've mentioned this before. You want to make sure you bring as much of home with you to a tournament. Now, this is much easier for an online tournament because, well, you're most likely at home. Duh. More casual tournaments have a less stifling atmosphere, so it'd be easier for that too. However, for a larger or a more formal tournament, it can be nerve-wracking. If you have friends, go with or meet up with them. Be sure to eat before a tournament and stay hydrated. Food during a tournament, however, is up to you. I usually personally don't eat during the event, but there are exceptions. Usually I'll have like a little snack or something extremely light. In some cases you need to, especially if it is a regional or a major, because those can last all day and weekend, and you'll be in a more than likely hot and humid situation. It could be a mess if you're not prepared. And if you have health issues, just pay attention to them, obviously. And again, stay hydrated. It's super important and essential. You don't want to pass out. You don't want to lose concentration. Being hydrated and under pressure, it just sucks. But in the end, just have fun. It's the best advice I can give you, just to make the most out of your experiences. And plus, don't forget to warm up. Well, that's about it for now. What do you guys think of the news? Did I miss something important? Something you actually want to hear about or hear more about? Let me know in the comment section below. Plus, be sure to sub if you enjoyed the content and share with a friend. As always, I take suggestions, submissions, and you can reach me however you know how. I'm around, even if I seem quiet on social media. Keep an eye out for more content from Mind Over Mixup, and remember, we do have the smaller goal of 100 on our way to 1K. I think after we break 100, I'll drop more details on the anime series, so that's definitely coming out for you. Thanks again, though, for all the support and love. Grateful to reach episode 18, and with that, be safe, take care of each other, press buttons, and catch you on the flip side.
You want says, best believe that you'll catch one. Represent my gang, hands shaking like I'm Gladiator. Beat the beat ferociously, I'm vicious like a manatee. Probably flavor rapid and just rolling like a Don fan. I'm flame body, everything I do is guaranteed high. Y'all gon' keep this record spinning heavy like a poker stop. I grasp not